What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Kevlar, and I hope you all had a great weekend and a wonderful start to your week. This video is going to be brought to you by absolutely nobody, because I'm not sponsored by anybody or anything. Anyways, let's get into it, guys. Alright, so what we're going to be talking about in this video today is Scape. I'm going to give you guys a general description of what the game is, and then I'm going to talk about 6 points that I believe set it aside from just about every other BR that is out there currently. Alright, for the general description of Scape, it is a futuristic, non-stop action battle royale game. This game offers non-stop gunfight action and constant movement speed around the map that make you feel like you're just pretty much gliding. So the 6 points I want to talk to you guys about today are the crown, dying, respawning, squad elimination, sectors, hacks, and weapons. Now, let's get into the first one. The most unique thing about this game that is set it aside pretty much from every battle royale game is they have added a new type of way to win the game. So now you not only have the option of eliminating all teams, but now you have a different way of being able to win the game, and that is where the crown comes into play. The crown is an object that will appear in the last sector towards 7 to 10 squads being remaining in the game. It is an object that you have to grab and hold for about 40 seconds. If you are able to do that, you will be able to secure yourself a victory. And if not, obviously, it'll drop on a certain part of the map wherever you die at, and another team will have a chance to get a hold of it, or whatever remaining squad mates you have left, or be able to get it. That's basically it. That's how the crown works. Now, the dying and the respawning. Dying and respawning in this game works a little bit different than just about every other BR. You don't die in some special way. That's not what I mean. What I mean by that is, when you're dead, you don't have to sit there and spectate the POV of your remaining teammates. You're able to come back essentially as a ghost figure that only your teammates can see, and you're able to move around the map just as they are without pretty much interacting with a whole lot. But you're able to make callouts and tell people where people are coming from and be able to give information and intel on what's going on ahead of the fight. Now, the respawning aspect is a little bit different in this game than just about every other one. Instead of there being essentially respawn points throughout the game, you have to eliminate other players in order to gain a respawn point. But the good thing about that is, if you eliminate a player and the respawn point shows up, your teammate that is dead that you're able to revive now can get a chance to get all that loot back. Whether it's something they want or not, it's still something they can use to get back into the game and start fighting until they find all the weapons and hacks that they want to be able to get a hold of and upgrade. This is something that I felt like was really a nice add to a battle royale game, because playing Call of Duty, Fortnite, or Apex, anytime you die, you pretty much lose everything, and you have to come back and go around and collect it or find something to essentially get all the attachments. You gotta work, and I mean, I guess in a sense it works kind of the same, but I just like the fact that all the gear is right there on the respawn point, instead of having to go to a respawn point that could be far distance away from where you died or wherever the nearest squad died for you to be able to get good equipment. Alright, let's get into the third point. Squad elimination. This is just something quick I wanted to talk about with you guys. It's nothing super major, but it's definitely, I feel like, a little bit more helpful, unlike in other BRs. The squad elimination indicator appears at the bottom part of your screen. And what'll happen is it'll show 3 skulls that'll be highlighted in black. Now, once they have the teammates of that squad begin to get eliminated, those squads will fill up with red. And it'll show you what number of teammate you've killed, whether you've killed the first, the second, or the third teammate on that roster. And I think that can be very useful for when making callouts, to be precise and accurate on which number you've got instead of guessing, or whether or not you're fighting a whole squad, or fighting a solo, or fighting a duo. It's really nice. Let's get into the sector part. So, point number 4 for this game is that the sectors, instead of a normal traditional ring that closes on the gap and essentially makes the map smaller by a linear standard, this game has a unique feature to where each sector of the game, basically the parts of the city, collapse randomly. A part in the top east, or a part in the bottom west, the north, the south could all collapse at the same time. And essentially what happens is the map then condenses and each individual parts of the city then come together, like Legos. And I think that's more unique and a lot better way than having a just linear ring that just goes in a circle and just closes the map. Because the one problem I've had with Apex, Fortnite, or even Call of Duty in the past is essentially that when that ring gets to a certain point, you might be in a really weird spot on the map where there's only one building or one structure of some sort, and it's like it traps you in a corner and you can't move around because you'll end up getting in the gas or the storm, and it'll end up trapping you into a position where you cannot find a way to win the game. And that is the one thing I do really like about this game, that will not happen. Also, another point in time, when these sectors do collapse, they completely dissolve, and it is a straight beeline to wherever you need to go. There's no obstacles you have to get around in order to get to the area that you need to be. But the drawback to that is, if teams are gatekeeping, they basically have a straight shot to you while you're taking damage from the sectors collapsing. The fifth point I wanted to get into was the hacks. What are they hacks? What are the hacks? What do they do? How do they affect the game? And how can they be used for your benefit? Well, there's a bunch of them, and I'm really not going to get into all the specific details of the hacks, but I'll label each and every single one for you guys. Heal, teleport, ball, shockwave, slam, invisible, invulnerable, magnet, mine, and reveal. And each hack can be upgraded. You can carry up to 2 in this game. Now, upgrading the hacks basically means that you need to go around the map and find the other base forms of the 2 hacks that you have, or partially upgraded or fully upgraded versions of the forms, in order to upgrade your hacks to give them maximum cooldown and maximum efficiency. The next point I wanted to get into with you guys are the weapons. There's also a bunch of unique versions and variety of weaponry in this game that feature the Riot, the D-Tap, the Harpy, the Ripper, Dragonfly, Mammoth, Komodo, Salvo, Protocol 5, Hexfire, the most OP weapon in the game, and the Skybreaker. Each of these weapons can be used for different types of playstyles, or allow you to mesh, essentially, 2 playstyles together, which I think is really cool. The weapon upgrades work the same as the hacks. You need to find other base versions of the weapons in order to upgrade your weapon's capacity, or damage, or range, whatever it may be. Each weapon has a different set of upgrades based on the tier level that the weapon has reached. And that is pretty much all I wanted to get into with you guys. They're pretty simple points, but I think all of these points basically make this game stand out quite a bit. So I hope you guys to see you guys in Neo Arcadia. Hope you guys see you on the plane. If you guys want to play, just hit me up. You know where I'm at. This is Kevlar signing off.
Both weeks.
5 slots still in play.
A voice for the people. Come on, Ammo.
Warning, watch out for collapsed sectors. Sectors are about to collapse.
That kid taps.
The
That kid taps.
health event is about to start.
Teammate up here. Grab the health for you.
3 squads in the field.
2 squads left.
I'm on a roll. Let's join the fun. Now we've got a treat.
Team is up there. Team is up there. One on the ground. One on the ground. 2 on the ground. 2 on the ground.
Relocation. It's time for the showdown.
Half. Dead.
Come on, Ammo. Get ready, contenders. The crown is about to appear.
Send the message.
Alright. That kid's laser, bro. He's that one. Absolute.
Let's join the Go on.
The crown has been taken.
Let's check this
Stealth
out.
over here.
Let's join the fun. Just a second.
top, up top.
15 seconds left.
Killed one, killed one.
Getting a spice here.
Coming back now. Jeez. Jeez. Good job.